Fire showed up and changed everything. People finally lit the night, scared off wild animals, cooked their meals, and sparked the rise of civilization one glowing flame at a time. Beer bubbled up by accident, solved unsafe drinking water, brought ancient people together, kicked off social traditions, and inspired centuries of songs, stories, and happy hours. Concrete flowed like stone soup. People used it to build stronger temples and homes, which shaped cities, stadiums, and everything from Roman roads to modern skyscrapers. Sailboats turned simple boats into wind-powered wonders, solving slow travel, kicking off ancient shipping lanes, and drifting into the age of global exploration. Yoga stretched beyond poses. India's gift to the world balanced breath, body, and being, turning ancient wisdom into a global wellness wave. Plows took farming from back-breaking digging to smart soil turning. Fields got bigger, food got plenty, and cities started popping up like sprouts. Horses went from wild runners to ride-or-die companions. People traveled farther, hauled heavier loads, and eventually galloped toward trains and automobiles. Clocks started with shadows on a stick. Egyptians guessed the hour, organized work and worship, and set things in motion for ticking gears and buzzing alarms. Wheels rolled into history from round logs. They solved hauling problems, kicked off vehicles and machines, and eventually showed up on everything from wagons to spaceships. Nails punched above their weight. These tiny spikes kept things sturdy, helped ships sail strong, and made wooden creations stay put for centuries. Soap came from a messy mix of ash and fat. Then hands got clean, sickness took a hit, and bath time went from ritual to everyday relief. Alphabet turned simple pictures into sounds. People started reading, writing, and passing down ideas that shaped everything from bedtime stories to world-shifting speeches. Decimal system made numbers smarter. Place values simplified math, trade got easier, and calculations became crisp across cultures. Compass showed explorers which way was north. Suddenly, maps made sense. Ships sailed straighter, and people could wander the world without getting totally lost. Archimedes' screw spun water uphill like magic. Farmers watered crops easier, science got creative, and plumbing took its first big twist. Zero gave math its missing piece. Aryabhata's symbol for nothing unlocked place value, powered equations, and laid the foundation for computers, calculus, and cosmic calculations. Paper replaced heavy scrolls and carvings. Ideas got lighter, letters flew farther, and soon poems, laws, and doodles fit in pockets. Hindu-Arabic numerals gave numbers simple shapes. Math got easier, counting clearer, and now we can track scores, solve equations, and price pizza slices. Chess started as a royal strategy game. Kings battled on boards, minds sharpened across cultures, and checkmate became a brainy badge of honor. Ayurveda blended herbs, balance, and body wisdom. India's ancient healing system treated illness holistically and still guides wellness seekers around the world today. Paper currency took weight off wealth. Coins stepped aside, trade sped up, and wallets got a new, crinkle-filled future. Cataract surgery began with Sushruta's curved needle. Vision was restored, surgical tools evolved, and eye care took its first bold step in ancient India. Gunpowder sparked fireworks and firepower. Celebrations got louder, battles got bolder, and explosions marched into history's biggest moments. Electricity started with lightning curiosity. Thinkers sparked wild ideas. Wires lit up, and eventually homes, phones, and nights got powered with a flip of a switch. Scientific method gave curiosity a checklist. Guess less, test more, and turn maybe into let's find out, powering centuries of discoveries from apples to atoms. Calculus figured out how things change. Motion, growth, and curves got measured, and rockets, roller coasters, and simulations soared with precision math. Fire extinguisher tackled wild flames. People fought back with pressure and powder, saving homes and heroes one spray at a time. Toothbrush bristled into action in a prison cell. Addis cleaned up a messy mouth, and brushing became a global habit with minty breath to match. Eraser gave paper mistakes a second chance. Notes got neater, sketches clearer, and that crumbly little hero became every student's quiet sidekick. Steam engine turned boiling water into raw power. Factories roared, trains raced, and progress puffed ahead on tracks of transformation. Corkscrew twisted into the spotlight. Wine bottles popped open, parties started quicker, and inventions got uncorked one spiral turn at a time. Vaccination made immunity intentional. Jenner's cowpox test protected against smallpox and sparked a global health shield against polio, measles, and more. Battery packed a spark into metal sandwiches. Volta's idea lit up science labs first, then phones, flashlights, and every chargeable gadget on the go. Tin cans sealed the deal for fresh food, soup stayed safe, beans traveled far, and soldiers, campers, and snack lovers rejoiced in the sound of a pop-top. Railway tracks changed the pace of travel. Stephenson's locomotive hauled people and goods faster, turning distant cities into neighbors and sparking a global transport revolution. Camera froze moments using metal plates. Photos preserved memories, kicked off visual storytelling, and led to selfies, cinema, and cloud albums. Mirror gave people a true reflection. Fashion got real, grooming got smarter, and a new way to see yourself became part of everyday life. Wireless communication sparked in Bose's lab. Radio waves danced without wires, and the future of phones, Wi-Fi, and satellites quietly began. Remote communication ditched messengers. Dots and dashes led to phone calls. Airwaves got chatty, and people could connect coast to coast instantly. Hypodermic syringe took medicine deeper. Painless pokes saved lives, made vaccines possible, and helped nurses, doctors, and scientists target healing with pinpoint accuracy. Anesthesia turned surgery from screams to silence. Ether and chloroform dulled pain, letting doctors operate deeper and patients dream through scalpel work. Steel came out stronger and lighter. Bridges got bolder, buildings reached higher, and armor met its match as construction got an upgrade. Car jack lifted cars with a crank. Tire troubles got easier, garages got busier, and roadside repairs got way less painful. Derringer packed protection into pockets. Defense got discreet, power got portable, and debates about safety found a spark. Petrol gushed from underground and fueled the world. Engines revved, industries roared, and traffic jams became the soundtrack of modern life. Gatling gun cranked out rapid fire. Battles changed pace, tactics got reimagined, and warfare entered the age of machinery with noise and speed. Pasteurization warmed up health. Heating liquids like milk killed germs, stretched shelf life, and turned dirty drinks into safe sips. Tape measure wrapped distance into a pocket-sized box. Builders measured better. Tailors got precise, and curiosity finally had a reliable way to check lengths. Wristwatch strapped time onto wrists. Pilots flew safer, style ticked forward, and people stopped pulling clocks out of their pockets just to be on time. Periodic table sorted nature's building blocks. Chemists organized chaos. Students found patterns, and science gained a roadmap to atoms and innovation. Bicycle spun freedom into motion. Wheels gave people independence. Cities got smaller, and women pedaled toward progress. Typewriter tapped into fast writing. Words flew onto pages. Authors sped up, and offices echoed with clack-clack creativity. Telephone let voices travel across wires. Bell's invention shrunk distances, connected hearts, and laid the groundwork for today's global conversations. Phonograph spun sound from grooves. Voices got captured, music replayed, and listening became a joy you didn't have to catch live. Aspirin eased pain and saved hearts. This tiny tablet became a global go-to for headaches, fevers, and heart health, changing medicine forever. Light bulb turned night into workspace. Rooms glowed, streets brightened, and bedtime routines bent around the flip of a switch. Swiss Army knife packed tools in a pocket. Campers got clever, scouts felt ready, and fixing stuff got way more fun. Automobile turned wheels into freedom. Benz's three-wheeler rolled out personal travel, engine innovation, and the age of road trips and parking spots. Radio sent voices through the air. Popov's receiver caught signals, and soon music, news, and stories filled homes without wires. Radio sent voices through air. News, music, and stories reached homes without wires, launching broadcasting and tuning in a whole new kind of connection. X-ray peeked inside bodies without cutting. Broken bones got spotted, doctors got superpowers, and invisible health clues became visible. Flashlight carried light in your hand. Dark places lit up. Adventures got safer. And finding socks at night stopped being a mystery. Airplane turned wings into transport. Humans lifted off the ground. Travel got faster, and the skies filled with dreams, cargo, and peanuts. Outboard motor put power behind paddles. Boats sped up, fishing trips changed, and lakes echoed with the buzz of movement. Match struck fire with a swipe. Candles lit faster. Cooking got simpler, and birthdays found their spark one stick at a time. Moving assembly line made factories flow. Cars got built quicker, costs dropped, and the rhythm of teamwork found a new beat. Coleman lantern lit up outdoor life. Campers stayed cozy, Porches stayed bright, and storytelling under the stars got its glow. Unmanned aerial vehicles started as spy tech. Later they zoomed into deliveries, filmmaking, and exploration, turning the sky into a playground for flying robots. Refrigerator cooled the chaos of food storage. Ice boxes got upgrades, leftovers lived longer, and spoiled milk turned into a forgotten memory. Television lit up living rooms. Moving images danced across screens, connecting homes to shows, news, and the world's biggest events in real time. Penicillin grew from a moldy dish. Fleming's accident wiped out deadly bacteria, saving millions and launching the modern age of antibiotics. Staplers snapped papers into order. Messy desks got neater, homework held tight, and office life found its signature, click. Helicopter lifted off with Sikorsky's design. Vertical flight became real, saving lives, exploring skies, and changing how we move. Universal Turing Machine imagined a thinking machine. Turing's idea laid the foundation for computers, algorithms, and AI, turning what if into code that works. Duct tape patched up problems. Pipes, gear, and even NASA missions stuck together thanks to this silver strip of fix-it magic. Computer got its first real brain with Zeus's Z3. Calculations sped up, data got organized, and the digital age quietly booted up. Atomic bombs split atoms and history. Its terrifying power ended war, redefined geopolitics, and began a nuclear age filled with caution and science. Transistors shrank electronics. Tiny switches powered radios, built computers, and replaced bulky tubes with whisper-small progress. Velcro was inspired by burrs stuck to a dog. George noticed their grip, turned it into loops and hooks, and soon shoes, jackets, and spacesuits snapped together in seconds. Internet started as computers whispering through wires. ARPANET made them talk, TCP/IP gave them grammar, and today we laugh at memes while streaming space launches. Satellite technology launched eyes into orbit. Weather got forecasted, phones found signals, and space started speaking in digital pulses. Birth control pill handed people choice. Family planning became science-backed. Freedoms expanded, and debates around health and rights ignited worldwide. Industrial robot clocked into work with no brakes. Unimate lifted metal, worked with precision, and kicked off an era where machines joined the assembly line. LED lit up red first. Then came green, blue, and rainbow displays. They lasted long, used less power, and turned tiny bulbs into brilliant stars. Kevlar was tough enough to stop bullets, light as fabric, stronger than steel, and ready to protect police, astronauts, and comic book-style crime fighters. ATM let cash come out of walls. Banks shut for the night, no problem. Just beep, grab bills, and never worry about banking hours again. Digital music traded grooves for lasers. CDs spun smooth, skipping vanished, and playlists became press-and-play magic on shiny discs and digital files. Microprocessor packed a brain into a chip. Computers shrunk, speed soared, and the age of personal tech began with a silicon heartbeat. MRI looked deep into bodies with magnets and math. No surgery needed. Brains, bones, and belly aches got clear scans and smarter treatments. Mobile phone cut the cord. Cooper's chunky handset made calls portable, and soon pockets buzzed with connection, selfies, and endless scrolling. DNA fingerprinting revealed that everyone has a unique biological barcode. Jeffrey's breakthrough helped solve crimes, reunite families, and rewrite how justice looks under a microscope. World Wide Web stitched information into one clickable universe. Berners-Lee's invention turned data into web pages, sparking search engines, online communities, and the era of endless scrolling. Global Positioning System took "You are here" to the next level. Military satellites turned into navigation tools for phones, cars, hikers, and treasure hunters worldwide. Genetic sequencing decoded the human blueprint. Venter's work mapped DNA instructions, unlocking medical insights, ancestry revelations, and science's future in precision health. Smartphone fused camera, computer, and call into one. Touchscreens took over, apps exploded, and life moved into your palm. Information as a commodity turned clicks and views into currency. Data shaped economies, personalized ads, and sparked a race to understand how attention fuels business. Water on the moon was spotted by Chandrayaan-1. India's lunar mission made a splash in space science, proving the moon wasn't just dust and dreams. Bitcoin launched a money revolution. Crypto skipped banks, embraced math, and stirred waves of digital fortune, debate, and blockchain-powered dreams. CRISPR gave scientists the power to cut and tweak DNA. like editing genetic typos. It opened doors to fixing diseases and reimagining biology from the cell up. Voice Assistant brought talking tech to homes. Alexa answered questions, played music, and let gadgets respond with a simple "What's the weather?" or "Turn off the lights." Generative AI learned to write, chat, and dream digitally. GPT models crafted essays, told jokes, and proved that computers could carry on conversations full of surprise and style. Quantum computing flipped bits into qubits. Calculations got weird, speed got wild, and the future of science